we die out here, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Oh mate, don't say that. We've got that rugby sevens match against our academy on Saturday. Who's gonna captain us to glory if you off yourself?
You're right as usual, Kieran. It could only be me. I guess I'll stay alive if you, like, insist.
Well, statistically speaking, you're actually very unlikely to physically die on the Duke of Edinburgh award. Mentally and spiritually, you might die a little bit, but on the whole, you should be fine.
Statistically speaking, you're very likely to die if you keep correcting me.
Did you stop bickering like a bunch of girls? Peter, are you sure we're lost?
Well, given that we were supposed to meet Mr. Ashton at the campsite at 5 p.m, and it is currently 7:30 p.m, and we are in an unspecified location in the middle of some random woods that may or may not be in the opposite direction of the campsite, I would say that we are 100% probably lost, guys.
Oh, Jesus. You know the only reason me and Kieran allowed you to be in our D&D group is because you're the only nerd in school who actually knows how to use a compass. And you still somehow managed to get us lost in the middle of fucking nowhere. We might as well be in Aberdeen.
But you know what, Lewis? I might have had some more success with navigating if I'd actually had a wee bit of help. And you and Kieran hadn't spent the whole afternoon running through the woods with one of you on the other's back like Bella and Edward from Twilight.
That was fun, to be fair.
What do you mean you and Kieran allowed him to be a part of the group? How was I not consulted in the decision-making process?
Oh, bless you mate. You weren't supposed to be in this group either.
What?
Yeah. Mr. Ashton said me and Lewis cancel out of the bleep test for the rest of the year if we kept an eye on you.
Lewis, is this true?
As your rugby captain, Baxter, I feel it's best if I maintain my political neutrality by not answering that question.
But I was supposed to be in a group with Maisie and Harriet until you all asked me to join you. Why would you, even have to keep an eye on me?
What? You can't think of a single reason why Mason and Harriet wouldn't want to be in your group anymore?
Oh, don't bring up the list, mate. I know being stuck in the woods isn't the most pleasant experience, but let's at least keep the conversation light.
I'll bring up the list if he wants me to bring up the list.
He doesn't want you to bring up the list, do you, Baxter?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know what they're talking about.
Look, guys, want a participation medal or something? Come on, guys. We shouldn't be wasting our time out here arguing. I mean, maybe getting strapped in the Scottish Highlands is God's way of telling us to get back to our masculine roots. Girls, they're meant to be in Sephora. But us men, we're designed to be in the wilderness. This is like our version of a Taylor Swift concert. We should be climbing trees, starting fires, killing things with our bare hands.
Yeah. No, mate, all that sounds great, but I'm getting a bit cold. And I miss my bed. And my mum just got me an electric blanket that goes up to like 50 degrees.
I miss FIFA.
I miss my bed and I miss FIFA. And I miss having a wank in my bed while playing FIFA.
You see, this is the problem with men these days. We're put on this earth to start and fighting wars, not sit in our beds having a wank under our electric blankets and playing FIFA all day. 100 years ago, we were cavemen. Battling the elements, killing saber-toothed tigers so our cavemen girlfriends could play them up for dinner.
Actually, we weren't cavemen 100 years ago.
Okay, keep that woke shit to yourself, thank you. And now all men are soft. And you want to know who I blame for that?
No, Baxter,
I don't.
really
Please,
don't
if
want
you could
to
just
hear
not
it.
say anything, that would be good.
Females.
Oh, mate. You always take it too fucking far.
This is what I'm saying. You can just be chilling with your boys, having a simple chat about FIFA, and he just brings the vibe right down.
Oh, sorry, Kieran. I wasn't aware I was on the rugby team rubbing elbows with liberals.
Hey, I am not a liberal. I don't even vote.
Don't worry, Lewis. Having strong political beliefs is not about voting. It's about knowing you're right and listening to a lot of podcasts.
Okay, few.
This is all so exciting. I wonder if we'll see a wolf out here, or a bear. I'd just love to hang out with a bear. I feel like we'd have so much in common.
Same. He was so good in that show about the restaurant. I just wish we had service out here though.
Oh, yes, if we could just call the school, this would all be over.
I bet Elise is blowing up my phone right now. She's probably yearning for my huge ripped arms and stimulating conversation and other large stimulating appendages.
Elise King. But I thought you were going out with Poppy McPherson.
I thought you were going out with Melissa Campbell.
No. I was dating Melissa from the 3rd to the 14th. And I was dating Poppy from the 15th to the 28th. I'm all about Elise now. I didn't want to speak too soon, but I think she could be the one. Chucking Poppy was the best decision I could have made. If I had to give you one piece of advice, boys, don't let your girlfriend get in the way of finding your soulmate.
The 28th was only 2 days ago.
Exactly. And I've been on a one-way train to Eliseville ever since.
I thought Poppy chucked you because she wanted to in the bike shed a break and you couldn't, you know.
Oh! Would you look at that? It's that time again, Kieran.
Fine, but I'm being strict with you this time. Just one suck. Don't think I didn't see you try to take a quickie in the last time.
Oh, fine, you caught me. Just one.
Scout's honour?
Scout's honour. Fuck me, I needed that.
You know, Lewis, sometimes I look at you and I wonder if there is any hope for the modern man.
Oi! I don't want to sound threatening or anything, but you might want to watch how you speak to your leader.
Our leader?
Your leader.
Sorry, did I miss an election or something?
Oh, bless you. Obviously, I'm going to be the leader for as long as we're stuck out here. I'm the captain of the rugby team. That's as leadery as you can get. That's like being the leader of all men everywhere just by existing. When I walk into a classroom, boys get hard, girls get girl hard. The guys' penises recognise my superiority so much that they literally stand up and salute me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's true. Even Kieran's dick does it sometimes when we shower together after a match.
Yeah, just like in an admiring, friendly sort of way.
And it's that respectful, supportive attitude, along with the fact that you're my rugby vice captain and general BFF, is why you'll be my second in command for as long as we're stuck out here. And Baxter, you play rugby too, so you'll be my third in command. And Peter, you can be like our secretary. I would also like to put myself up for position of treasurer, so if anybody has any money lying around, feel free to hand that over. I have complete confidence that with me as our fearless leader and my boys by my side, we will have absolutely no problems governing our own mini society until Mr. Ashley comes to find us. And Peter, what could possibly go wrong?
Dear Diary, where the fuck are we? Me and the boys took a wrong turn a couple of hours ago and now we're stuck in the arse end of nowhere. There's worse people to be lost with though. Lewis has been giving me some serious mixed signals recently. The other day I thought he was feeling up my bum, but it turns out he was just giving me a wedgie. And then, last week we were watching The Conjuring and he made me hold his hand the whole time. But he said that he was just doing it because he could tell that I was scared. I can never tell when he's joking. But he's not stupid. Well, he's not that stupid. He knows there's something between us. But I can't say it if he won't. It has to be him. The one thing I have is my dignity, and I'm not throwing that away by making the first move on a boy who doesn't wash his hands after he goes to the toilet.
What are you doing over here all by yourself, Kieran?
Nothing.
A likely story.
What's that supposed to mean?
You weren't charming your snake, were you?
Christ.
Oh, go on, you could tell me. On a date with Pamela Henderson.
Do I look like I'm having a wank to you?
Maybe one of those sneaky little ones that you have at a sleepover after everyone else has passed out. Silent but deadly. Just out of curiosity, how do you feel about having a wank right now? Are we talking positive, negative, neutral? If you had to assign a numerical value to it, with 1 being staunchly anti-wanking and 10 being, oh my god, I need to rub it out right now or I'll die, where would you be?
-12.
I have a proposition for you.
-35.
Right, Kieran. I'm gonna need you to pay attention. Look around this forest. Look at me. Look at yourself. What is one thing we don't have out here? Girls!
We don't really have much food either. Or water. Or flushable toilets. Or central heating.
Would
or...
you get your head in the game? I'm talking about things that are absolutely necessary to our survival. No girls. Not a single false eyelash discarded on the ground. Not a whiff of Victoria's Secret perfume. And trust me, I've been sniffing. No. Out here, we're living in an independent all-male state. Like a really posh golf club or Drake concert. Now, given that I'm the state's leader and you're my second in command, things are gonna run very smoothly around here until Mr. Ashton comes to find us. But such beacons of masculine strength governing an entire nation, making sure our 2 unruly citizens toe the line. We are going to be exerting so much power that we naturally build up a very high sex drive. And as I previously outlined, no girls. So I really set my mind to the issue. How could we possibly get our rocks off under these circumstances? I paced. I stroked my chin. I looked off into the distance. And I decided that as the 2 biggest alpha males of this community, the most manly, heterosexual thing we can do in this scenario is just lube up and fuck each other.
Sorry, are you saying that you packed lube with you on DV?
I'm a man, Kieran. I have needs. Who knows how long we're going to be stuck out here for? What do you want me to do? Wank myself off for months on end until I get chronic hand cramp and all my fingers seize up and I can't play rugby anymore and we shoot right to the bottom of the league? Is that what you want? Years and years of lonely wanking and athletic failure.
Mate, we've only been here for 2.5 hours.
My sex drive is incessant. I wake up, I see Susanna Reid on Good Morning Britain. I'm thinking about sex. I go through to the kitchen, I see my mum's framed photo of the Queen. I'm thinking about sex. I go to drop you off after school. Your mum opens the door looking radiant. I'm thinking about sex.
Oh, enough. You can talk the talk all you want, Lewis Smith. But if you were the Casanova you make yourself out to be, you wouldn't have had to move on to your 3rd girlfriend of the last 3 weeks.
3rd situationship, thank you very much. You can't knock this down that easily.
Oh yeah? And that's why things didn't work out with Poppy. Not because she got her tits out and your dick went off like a flump.
How did you know about that?
And anyway, I thought you were on a one-way train to Eliseville. Is the mere thought of her not enough to keep you going?
I thought over this several times, and while my relationship with Elise has been the best 48 hours of my life, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. And no one apart from us will find out about this. Not Elise, not Baxter, not Peter, not your mum, and absolutely nobody on the rugby team. What happens on Davy stays on Davy.
Are you being serious about this?
Please, Kieran. I would never joke about something as serious as somebody giving me a blowjob.
Oh, so I'm giving you a blowjob?
We'll work on the details so that everybody benefits. I didn't think I would have to say this because it's so obvious, but it wouldn't be gay or anything.
No, of course it wouldn't be.
No, because being gay is about the intention behind a thing, not the thing itself. Say you're a gay guy and you're watching rugby, you'd be doing it in a gay way, like, oh my god, their shorts are so short and their thighs They're so thick. And the white of the England kit really makes Owen Farrell's blue eyes pop. But if you're straight, you'd be doing it in a straight way, like for the love of the sport.
God, I really bloody love that sport. In a straight way. We're not homophobic though.
No, obviously not. Being homophobic is so 2023. I mean, my family doesn't really speak to my gay cousin anymore, but it's because he sports Ross County, not because he's gay.
And I used to date a girl who was bi-curious, so...
That's like as non-homophobic as you can get without actually being gay.
Which we're not!
Even if I did like guys, I'd probably pillow in Farrell. You wouldn't really be my type.
As if you're not punching with me.
I will be punching you in a minute.
Looking for reasons to touch me already, Lewis Smith?
Oh, don't play hard to get, you little tart. I know for a fact that you fingered Camilla Turner through her snowsuit on the ski trip last year.
Well, how do you know that?
Me and Tim were sat behind you on the ski lift. The whole seat was going, ah!
Makes sense. Watching me, were you?
It was a matter of public health and safety. Seat was shaking so much I thought it was going to snap right off the cable.
Right. Well, it's nice to know you've always got my best interest at heart.
I have. Which is why I proposed this to you in the first place.
Really?
Really.
And are you sure it's okay with Elise?
Please, she's obsessed with this kind of thing. She loves Heartstopper.
Right, well, I never watched the show, so I wouldn't know anything about it.
Same. I definitely didn't almost shed a tear at the scene where Nick comes out to his loving mum, Olivia Colman. Or whatever gay shite happens on that show.
You're a bad liar, Lewis Smith.
I'm not.
Or two. I can always tell when you're lying.
Prove it.
How long have you wanted to ask me to do this?
About 5 minutes, give or take.
Liar.
How long have you wanted me to ask you to do this?
Wouldn't you like to know?
A historical event I would have survived if I'd been there. The Titanic. Just pop on a skirt and start talking to women about the pain of childbirth. I'd have been on a lifeboat in no time. Another historical event I would have survived if I'd been there. The Salem witch trials. I'm a man, so... What is wrong with you? Fucking Christ. Everyone usually loves playing the historical events I would have survived game.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I am kind of down. I really miss my girlfriend.
You miss your girlfriend? God, that is so gay.
See, this is how you separate the alphas from the betas. So many men these days are so dependent on women for like everything. But check Lewis out. His girlfriend's nowhere to be seen and he's doing just fine.
Yeah. I do miss her. Like loads though.
And you're not dependent on women at all, Baxter?
Nope. The only things I'm dependent on are the gym and advice I get from other men over the internet.
You're not so completely obsessed with women that you made a smash or pass list of every girl in our year and put 80% of them in the smash or smithereens section?
Yeah, finally. Let's talk about the big fat misogynistic elephant in the room.
My dad's here.
Okay, first of all, Kieran, it was 75% in the smash the smithereens section. The gently shattered to pieces section is far bigger than anyone gave it credit for.
Oh yeah, because that makes it so much better.
And besides, you don't care about women like at all. You've just been pissed at me since the list came out because I put your identical twin sister in the face made for radio section. So.
I have not. And she's actually my fraternal twin anyway, so it's not even an insult because she doesn't even look like me.
Listen, Baxter. I'm gonna give you a really great trick for learning how to not be a massive misogynist. Alright? Cool. So, what you do is you take the list. You imagine that someone's made the same list, but put your mum on it. Yeah. Or your sister. Or your auntie.
Wouldn't be that arse, to be fair. See, me and my mum don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. She won't let me play Andrew Tate's podcast in the car, even though I've told her like a million times this whole violent misogynist thing is just like satire.
Fuck! That trick is literally the only way to get people to be nice to girls. I hated that they put women footballers in FIFA. But then I thought, what if my mum played football and they put her team in FIFA? I wouldn't want people to be annoyed at her. They'd have to give her some credit. She's 55 years old.
So you're siding with the snowflakes then, are you, Lewis?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm sure all the boys in the rugby team would be very interested to hear about your pro-women in football stance. Especially after their World Cup final got more viewers than the Rugby World Cup final. Thanks a lot, lesbians.
Look, I'm not like that. I hated that they made Doctor Who a woman until I realised she's kind of a male.
So you've got no problem with the list then, Lewis? Here, Baxter. Where did you put Elise King on the list?
Smash the smithereens, obviously. Langest girl in our year.
My God.
Don't think that's a bit pervy, Lewis?
Look, would you just come over here?
Are you still here?
Why'd you keep embarrassing me in front of all my friends? I'm just trying to have a bit of banter with the boys and you're being all hysterical.
Is that the kind of boys you should be bantering with, though? Can't you banter with boys who aren't sexist weirdos?
Look, in life, you can't always choose the boys you banter with. That's the stuff the lads on the rugby team find funny, so it's the stuff that I find funny.
Right, well, it's not actually that funny.
Right, well, I don't know what you actually want me to do about it. I don't get what the problem is. We've got 3 girl prime ministers. Surely they would have sorted all the problems for women by now.
You're a shitty boyfriend, Lewis Smith.
Keep your voice down. I told you it wasn't going to be like this. That's the problem when you're as irresistible as me. You give people an inch and they want to take a mile.
You gave me a bit more than an inch. Anyway, I'm not talking about me, you cretin. I'm talking about Elise. Although the fact that you had to ask that question sort of reinforces your general shitty boyfriendness.
I'm not a shitty boyfriend.
Look, Lewis, any man would be lucky to have you as his best friend. And for the past 12 years, it's been more or less an absolute pleasure. But you literally don't communicate with your girlfriends apart from sending them a blurry Snapchat of your dick every few days.
Hey! My dick pics are not blurry. Not since you started helping me take them.
Yeah, well, I told you. It's all in the angles.
And besides, it's not my fault boys are way more fun than girls. Girls would never want to play the game where we take our shirts off in the woods and shoot each other with baby guns. Girls would never play shirtless rounders, or shirtless FIFA, or shirtless Uno. You're 10 times more fun than any girl.
But you don't know that, because your only communication with your girlfriends is an incredibly well-angled dick pic twice a week. You were a shitty boyfriend to Poppy, you were a shitty boyfriend to Melissa, now you're being a shitty boyfriend to Elise.
Well, I'm only a shitty boyfriend to Elise because you won't stop tempting me.
Tempting you?
Yes, tempting me. Look at how short those shorts are. I mean, that is just obscene. And you're fake woke anyway. You didn't seem so concerned about Elise when you were, you know.
Yeah, well, I just got swept up in the moment and I feel really bad about that now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll make all the difference to her. By the way, Elise, I've been shagging your boyfriend like there's no tomorrow, but don't worry, because I feel really bad about it.
Oi! What are you two bitching about now?
Nothing!
You know, we're really bad at this getting stranded in the wilderness thing. We should be splitting off into tribes and hunting things, not standing around arguing about socio-political issues all day. Just think of Lord of the Flies. Those 12-year-olds, they were fucking killing each other. Right. We need to do this properly. Lewis, do you want to come and hunt and forage for things with me like a real man?
Yeah. You know what, Baxter? I think I do.
Excellent.
Have fun!
We will.
Right, well, when we're out there, I really need to take you through my manifesto as to why girls should be made to take more extensive driving tests than boys.
Right.
It's a serious issue, Lewis. I mean, we have to make sure they're 100% road safe. Just the other day, my mum nearly backed into a school bus because Take That came on the radio and she got overexcited.
Don't miss me too much!
I won't.
What if I never hear the Netflix ta-da sound ever again?
What if I never see my girlfriend again?
What if I never get to nurse Lewis out of a K-hole in a Burger King car park again?
Here, can I ask you something?
Sure.
What do you actually get out of being best friends with Lewis?
I don't know. You know when you see a really beautiful girl and her boyfriend's kind of a moron? I like to imagine that me and Lewis are the platonic equivalent of that. In primary school, he was always the centre of attention because he used to throw chairs if he didn't understand something. I thought he was the coolest guy in the world when I was 8. You can't shake some things.
Right. I mean, he's kind of a bad person though.
He's kind of my bad person. When my dog died, he showed up to my house with edibles and a handwritten sorry for your loss card where he spelled the word condolences wrong 3 times. I couldn't get that from anyone else. He does get confused a lot of the time about quite a lot of things, but oh fuck me!
Why would I do that?
Listen up, losers! While you've been sitting here, syncing up your periods and talking about your favourite Phoebe Bridgers songs, we've been out procuring the night's entertainment.
Mushrooms.
Those aren't your average mushrooms.
These are definitely your average mushrooms.
Those are
Magic mushrooms!
What makes you so sure they're magic mushrooms?
Baxter said they probably
I
are.
did say that.
Yeah, I hate to burst your bubble, but magic mushrooms do not grow in the Scottish Highlands.
That's what they want you to think.
Who's they?
All the people that live in the Scottish Highlands and want to scram the magic mushrooms for themselves, obviously.
Come on. Let's wolf these fuckers, break out the portable speaker, stick on some Fred again, and get this party started.
No one is eating some random mushrooms used to plucked out of the ground. They're probably poisonous.
But they're not poisonous. I'm pretty sure they're agaricus mushrooms, which are actually perfectly safe to eat.
And I was just going to say that, so...
They're also not hallucinogens. Like, at all.
Dig.
Guys, let's stop this fighting. As leader of the group, I'm now making magic mushroom consumption 100% compulsory for team bonding purposes. So everyone shut up and open up.
You know what, Lewis? I'm not so sure you should be our group leader anymore.
What did you just say?
You heard me? If you're going to advocate for such irresponsible behaviour, I'm not so sure you deserve to be in charge. In fact, as your second in command, I'm officially initiating a vote of no confidence in you.
Oh my god, this is just like Succession.
You don't really mean that.
No, I think I do. And in your absence, I vote that Peter takes over in charge.
Okay, now I know you're not being serious.
Try me.
Oh my god, I'm being used as a pawn in the breakdown of someone else's relationship.
Come on, Peter, stand up.
This is just like my parents' divorce.
Peter! Do you not think you'd make a way better leader than Lewis?
Well, Well, like, yeah. Although I do sort of feel like having a leader in this scenario is kind of arbitrary. Especially since Lewis did literally nothing for the group during his tenure. And it more so just reinforced his toxic masculinity. And the idea that men need to assert dominance over each other in social situations.
Oh, look, what's wrong with you? You usually love a little bit of recreational drug use.
I like drugs that have been safely acquired by the guy who lives in my cousin's shed. I don't like drugs that have been plucked out of the ground by you and this innocent future Love Island contestant.
Oh, whatever. We don't need you anyway.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Oh yeah? Have fun looking at these mushrooms, just the two of yous. Have any good chats?
I mean, good is a strong word.
We did actually. Lewis.
Baxter took me through his ranking of all 2,177 episodes of the Joe Rogan podcast.
The Joe Rogan Experience. The Miley Cyrus one is my favourite, closely followed by the Ben Shapiro one. So.
Oh yeah, because that sounds like a barrel of laughs.
You know what? We don't need you anyway. We're going to start our own camp for real men who want to do this properly. So you two could just stay here, compare your cup sizes, talk about Taylor Swift, and whack each
Oh
other
my
off.
god! Would you just shut up for 2 seconds?
What did you say to me?
I didn't mean that.
Are you sure?
Come on, Lewis. Fuck them. Just means more shrooms for us.
I guess.
Are you going to be a pussy about this?
This feels like one of those videos they show you in S1 to teach you about peer pressure.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fanny. Oh.
Fuck it. Oh.
Come on, Peter. I'm sick of this part of the forest. Let's go sit in a different bit with some different trees.
Please, Kieran.
Don't. You've chosen your side. I've chosen mine.
Come on, Lewis. I'll take you through my techno playlist and we can discuss my issues with gender neutral deodorant packaging.
No. I think I need to be on my own right now.
It's a serious issue, Lewis. Just the other day I bought a perfectly normal looking bit of deodorant, started smelling like pomegranates, and now my male dog keeps trying to hump me!
Lewis Smith's daily affirmations. I am a natural leader. Other men recognize my dominance and naturally submit to me. I am worthy of love and acceptance. My raw sex appeal makes it impossible for people to be mad at me for long. My penis is above average size. Girls love it when I explain the offside rule to them. It's normal to stare at your best friend's legs in the changing room. He puts in a lot of effort at the gym and I'm just admiring the results from his hard work. I am not sexually attracted to Cormy from the Bear. I just really admire his work ethic and dedication to his craft and his big blue eyes and his tattoos.
Jesus! What kind of person does that? What were you listening to that was so engaging?
Skepta?
Listen, I know we're not like mates or anything. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but are you alright?
Of course I'm alright. Are you alright?
Well, no. Not really, actually.
Oh really? Why?
Guess I'm just not wild about this whole stuck in the wilderness with dwindling supplies of food and water and no way of contacting anyone thing we got going on here.
Fair dues. Personally, I love it. Baxter was so right. Men are supposed to be out in the wilderness, killing things and living off the land and wearing makeup. No, really. I just love it.
Do you want to talk about it?
There's nothing to say. It's just she's been with me this whole time and now she's taking her last breath.
Not about your vape. Or the fact you've somehow managed to get yourself in a new situationship. even though we're stuck in the Scottish Highlands and completely cut off from civilization.
Well, Peter, you can't keep a good dog down. Wait! How do you know about that?
The walls of you and Kieran's tent are very thin.
Oh my god!
Plus, Kieran left his diary lying around, and it was open on an entry about how he's just like Marianne from Normal People, and he's having sex with a rugby boy who won't admit he's in love with him.
Does Baxter know?
No, God, no. The only thing louder than the sound of you two doing your thing is the sound of him snoring.
Fuck! Listen, you can't tell anybody about this. I know you're not the most popular person in the world, so the number of people you can tell is somewhat limited. But still!
Your secret's safe with me. Just so you know, you can talk to me about it though. In fact, you probably should talk to me about it, because I don't really know who else you have to talk to.
There's nothing to talk about. In the absence of any girls, me and Kieran had some light-hearted heterosexual fun, like World War I soldiers in the trenches. But now he's ditched me for you, so we probably won't be anymore. And that's fine!
You don't seem very fine.
I've never been finer!
Come on, Lewis. There's nothing wrong with just saying how you feel. I know boys like you can find it hard.
Oh, don't give me that men's mental health shite! I know all about the importance of mental health and communication between men. I grew a mustache last November. I just don't feel the need to talk about my feelings every 5 minutes like I'm on fucking Loose Women.
Well, just so you know, I actually think I like you a bit more now that I know you're gay.
I'm not gay! You have sex with a man one time! Okay, 3 times! Okay, 3.5, but I would argue that masturbating next to each other doesn't actually count. And all of a sudden, you're gay!
Did you see that? I think it's a wolf.
Oh, that's impossible, Baxter. There are no wild wolves in
I
Scotland.
tried to tell him that.
I think the shrooms are kicking in.
That's also impossible.
I should go and fight it.
Don't do that, mate. They're an endangered species.
Real men are an endangered species. I need to fight the wolf, and I need to kill the wolf, and then my dad and my granddad and everyone on the rugby team will know once and for all that I am the alpha male! Greatness comes with a price. And the reason that nobody ever achieves greatness is that no one is willing to pay that price. But I will. Would one of you maybe want to come with me? Just like film me fighting the wolf so I can show it to my dad when we get back?
I can't right now. I've got a lot going on at the moment, so.
I don't want to go.
I have a Nokia, so I can't do that. Sorry.
This is for you, Dad!
Fantastic. So now I have to go chase Baxter to stop him from snapping his neck in the pursuit of an imaginary wolf.
I'll help you.
No, you won't. I think you've done enough, actually. With your war paint, your shrooms, and your inability to go longer than a day without sticking your dick in something. Just stay here and be someone else's problem for once.
It's true. What they say about rugby boys, you know. They'll fuck you and choke you without a second thought.
Do you want, like a hug or something?
I'd rather eat my own shite.
Right, cool, yeah.
I think the shrooms are kicking in.
I cannot stress the extent to which those were literally just normal mushrooms.
No, I think I'm tripping. I feel all strange, like I'm not in control of anything. It's like the Burger King car park all over again.
Look, why don't you just try to open up to me? You can close your eyes and pretend I'm someone else. I'll I'll let you call me Kieran if you want. Ah!
Oh, fuck me, Peter, this isn't fair. Why can't there be a form you fill out when you're born? Tick one box for straight, tick another box for gay, but a squiggly line in both for bisexual. That way everybody gets exactly what they want.
Why do you care so much about what Baxter and the rugby boys think of you? You're their captain. Surely you're in, like, a position of power over them.
Exactly. I'm their captain. I'm supposed to stand for something. I'm supposed to represent big dick, tiny feelings, masculinity. What do I stand for now? Sucking someone off and having a mental breakdown about it?
Hey, that's not a bad thing to stand for. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
But I don't want to be able to relate to that.
It's all a big performance for you, isn't it? Being a man. It's like a costume you put on to impress other people.
Don't be ridiculous. I have loved watching big, sweaty men in the heterosexual sport of rugby since I was 3 years old. I was born this way.
Oh, a Lady Gaga reference. I had no idea you were so in tune with gay culture. Kidding. Don't kill yourself. Look, you're just having some uncomfortable personal realizations, and that's fine. Normal people feel this way all the time. You know, this is kind of how I felt as a child when I realized I had a thing for that blue girl car from Cars.
I am not a normal person. I am the captain of the rugby team. My life is supposed to be cool and easy, like a James Bond movie with less vodka martinis and more Smirnoff ices.
Come on. You think you were put on this earth to hunt wolves and start fires? No. You were put on this earth to have a toxic yet loving relationship with Kieran, where the two of you break up twice a week, but he always takes you back because he thinks he can fix you. And that's fine. Love is love.
Where did you learn all that stuff? Our For You pages must be very different. Mine is all Jude Bellingham thirst traps and clips from the In-Betweeners.
My girlfriend writes gay fan fiction, so being with her has taught me so much about all that. But, sorry, I won't bring her up again. I feel like I go on about her all the time.
Don't worry. I literally never listen to anything you ever say. So it'll be like I'm hearing it for the first time.
Right. Well, she's taught me to always be authentic to yourself. You know, she is what she is. And if people throw paninis at her in the canteen because she insists on carrying her school books around in a briefcase, then so what?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I do actually remember lobbing a tuna mouth at that girl before.
You know, I feel like there's a lesson in here somewhere. In fact, as your newly appointed leader, I command you to be less like the person who lobs tuna melts at people, and more like the person who gets tuna melts lobbed at them.
I thought having a leader reinforced the toxic idea that men are always supposed to be dominating each other. Or something.
Yeah, although I think I phrased it a bit less like it was a gay sex metaphor, but look at you. You're learning.
Does this make the lads trip me and Kieran have planned to Magaluf a romantic getaway now?
You know what? Yeah! Yes, it does. And I am sure you will both have a lovely, lovely time together.
They call it Shagaluf for a reason, mate. Oh my god. Kieran, are you okay?
I tripped on stop Baxter. Cut my...
Oh, Kieran, is he dying?
I think he just...
Kieran! die.
I know CPR.
Fuck off! There's so much I have to say to you. Like, I'm sorry, I probably wanted to have sex with you for ages, but I waited till we were completely cut off from civilization. In hindsight, I could see how that would probably be quite offensive. And I can imagine you wanted to have sex with me for ages because look at me. And I'm sorry I deprived that of you for so long. And I'm sorry to women for finding Baxter Smasher passless cool. I'm just trying to learn how to be a better ally. And I'm sorry for making so many jokes about finding your mum attractive. I want you to know that if I had to get with another member of your family that wasn't you, your twin sister is much more my type. What else am I sorry for?
I'm sorry for any negative stereotypes this relationship might reinforce about all homophobes actually being closeted gay people.
Yeah, that too. And I'm sorry for sucking up to Baxter this whole trip. I was torn between the masculine urge to be one of the boys and the masculine urge not to piss off the person you're having sex with. I know. I should have prioritized having sex with you this whole time. I know I was a shitty boyfriend to Elise and to everybody else, and I'll probably always be a shitty boyfriend, but maybe I could be your shitty... You're alive!
Yeah, I tripped trying to stop Baxter and I'm really funny about blood. Do you remember when you scraped your knee in our game against Smaher Academy and I passed out?
Oh, yeah. Kinda just thought you were really concerned about my well-being.
Were you saying something just there, Lewis?
Fuck me, did you not hear any of that?
Oh, really?
Peter, do you remember any of it?
Sort of.
I'm not really the best at making big speeches, but between the two of us, I'm sure I can give you a Cliff Notes version. Basically, in summary...
Wait. Shit, is that... Mr. Ashton! Mr. Ashton, we're here!
You know, if Ashton puts his foot down, we can still make it in time to smash all our comedy into next week.
Ha! Do you know what, guys? I'm starting to feel remarkably sober. Maybe those were just normal mushrooms.
I told you that. Although it's actually really concerning to think that you had to gaslight yourself into believing you were having a drug trip to actually feel like real human emotions.
Don't be so toxic, Peter. All coping mechanisms are valid.
Thanks.
Do you actually know where Baxter is?
No. I sort of lost him half a mile in that direction.
Oh shit. Could be halfway to the Isle of Skye by now.
Maybe we should just leave him.
Leave him?
I'm up for it.
I mean, if he's so sure the wilderness is where real men belong, maybe we just leave him out here with the rest of the endangered species.
Yep, you convinced me.
He'll probably be fine.
Probably.
You know, all things considered, this worked out pretty well in the end. We should do it again someday.
Best 48 hours of my life.
Yoo-hoo! Guys, I did it. I killed the wolf. Now maybe my dad will finally stop laughing at me every time I tell him I'm not a virgin. Lewis? Kieran? The other one? Oh!